And then it happened. She came. My muse, the love of my life. My partner in crime. I fell stupid, crazy, madly in love with her. My wife gave me 3 beautiful, feral kids. Zozo Bear, Lola Bear, my lovey, and the wolf. And with them, my dreams finally came true. I'm a father. I found my place, my home.
You probably were unaware of the fact that the seemingly perfect relationship between Lisa Bonet and Jason Momoa actually concealed significant difficulties. Given that they had been together for almost 17 years, what precipitated their sudden and unexpected breakup? From Momoa's lifelong crush on Bonet to their secret separation well before the public announcement, today we uncover the hidden facts that have been surrounding this shocking Hollywood breakup. There is a great deal of mystery surrounding this tale. Learn how they expeditiously and amicably navigated the process of their divorce. However, there is more to look at what divergent priorities led to their gradual drift apart from one another. Keeping an eye out for these fascinating revelations is essential. A request has been made for you to subscribe to the channel before we proceed with the video. A source of inspiration for us is this. When they announced their separation in January 2022, Lisa Bonet and Jason Momoa, a Hollywood couple that you would never expect to part ways with, shocked everyone. Following a marriage that lasted for 5 years and nearly 17 years together, this occurred, marking the end of a relationship that had been quietly struggling for several months prior to this momentous occasion. Bonet and Momoa's paths did not officially cross until 2005, but the public was unaware of this fact. It was openly admitted by the actor who plays Aquaman that he had been a fan of the star of The Cosby Show for a considerable amount of time. It was revealed in an interview with Esquire that he had a crush on her when he was younger. He had been a devoted fan of hers ever since he was a juvenile. An additional humorous statement was made by him. I didn't tell her that. I did not reveal to her that I was a stalker until after we had successfully delivered our children. When they first had the opportunity to meet in 2005 at a jazz club, their connection was instantaneous. In addition, they raised 2 children between the years 2007 and 2008, making them parents, despite the fact that they had been employing the term husband and wife for a considerable amount of time. In 2017, the exes made their wedding official and became husband and wife. As Momoa told People, they were a perfect fit for him. He described them as such. The sudden announcement of Bonet and Momoa's separation in January 2022 came as a complete surprise because, for a considerable amount of time, it seemed as though they were deeply connected to one another. In spite of the fact that Bonet did not officially file for divorce until 2 years later, it was actually revealed through court documents that they had actually separated in a quiet manner well before making it public. Almost 18 months before they made their separation public, Lisa Bonet and Jason Momoa had quietly ended their relationship. This was an unexpected turn of events that had occurred. Bonet stated that she and Momoa had formally separated on October 7, 2020, according to ABC News, which was reported in her divorce filing that was submitted in January 2024. Despite the fact that they concealed the fact that they were no longer together until January 2022, it was stated that the typical irreconcilable differences were the reason for their breakup after they had separated. As reported by individuals, the divorce petition was granted by the Los Angeles County Court just 1 day after it was submitted. According to the same occurrence, origin of a speedy process was made possible by the fact that the couple had already arranged the particulars of their settlement in advance. They have sufficient knowledge about the terms of the MSA, the distribution of assets between them, and their respective incomes, as indicated by their marital settlement agreement, which indicated that they are both completely content with the information that was disclosed. On the other hand, the official declaration of their legal status as single won't arrive until the 24th of July. In addition, the documents demonstrated that the exes have reached a consensus regarding the shared responsibility of caring for their 2 children, Lola Lolani and Nakoa Wolf. The financial responsibilities that are associated with their upbringing will be shared by both of them. In addition, they have reached a consensus that they will not be entitled to any form of spousal support or maintenance. Lisa Bonet and Jason Momoa posted a statement on Instagram that was somewhat ambiguous in their announcement of their breakup in January 2022. This statement has since been removed from the platform. According to them, their family had been impacted by the difficulties and shifts that were brought about by these transformative times. They attributed their separation to the emotional development and adaptation that they had experienced as a result of the significant changes that were occurring around them. A number of individuals who are close to Lisa Bonet and Jason Momoa have provided information regarding their breakup, which had been developing due to the fact that they had different priorities. An anonymous source stated that Momoa was motivated to make rapid progress in his professional life, whereas Bonet preferred to live a more relaxed lifestyle. These contrasting priorities contributed to their growing distance from one another. Momoa's flourishing career prompted him to look for lengthy employment opportunities. The comforts of Los Angeles were more appealing to Bonet, who preferred not to travel frequently and preferred to remain in the city. Bonet enjoyed activities such as reading, writing poetry, and cooking at home, whereas Momoa had a strong desire to travel and experience new things. This contradiction in their life preferences was brought to light by a different source who spoke to Us Weekly. Nevertheless, in spite of the fact that they were no longer together, Bonet and Momoa continued to love and care for their families. In their statement, they emphasized their unwavering dedication to their children and the sanctity of their shared life by mentioning that the love that exists between us is constantly changing and growing as it yearns to be voiced and experienced. With the birth of their first child on July 21, 2007, Momoa and Bonet became parents for the first time. Momoa has a daughter who goes by the name Lola Lani. Her middle name, Iolani, is a tribute to the actor's Hawaiian heritage, as it translates to Royal Hawk. The actor, who is from Hawaii, chose her middle name on purpose. In a 2019 interview with Esquire, he related a story about a life-threatening situation that occurred during the delivery of his daughter. Unpredictably, Bonet's water supply broke while he was in Canada filming a movie. His explanation was as follows: "I missed nearly 70 phone calls as soon as I opened my eyes. I was in a state of extreme anxiety. In a stroke of good luck, he was able to book the very last seat on a flight that was departing for his hometown. To my relief, I arrived right at the last possible moment." He thought back on the past and continued by saying, "I spent approximately 2 hours in the bathtub with Lisa. When my little girl was born, that was the time within the context of an interview with Men's Health in the year 2020. The Aquaman actor went into greater detail regarding his role as a father to a daughter. The fact that he became emotional when Lola turned 13 years old was expressed by him. In addition to this, he admitted that the possibility of her dating in the future is something that bothered him. The statement, "I won't be able to handle it well, the idea of her bringing home a young man who is either troublesome or irresponsible is something that I will strongly dislike." In addition to that, he talked about his stepdaughter Zoe. "I have the hope and wish that my daughter possesses the same level of talent, love, openness, and closeness to her family as Zoe does," he said, expressing his profound admiration for her. She was the recipient of his words of praise. Lola and their younger brother, Nakoa Wolf, even accompanied their father to the New York City premiere of Batman in 2022 to show their support for their older sister Zoe. This was a heartwarming display of family support that was a testament to the strength of the extended family. As of late, Momoa has revealed to the public that Lola is a huge fan of sitcoms. She stated, "My daughter is extremely interested in Friends. A trip to watch something that I most likely watched when I was a child is going to be taken." In light of the fact that my daughter is a huge fan of this show, the choice of name for his daughter is very noteworthy. His first middle name, Manakawapo, is a reference to the cloudy and rainy weather that prevailed at the time of his birth. Momoa chose a name for his son that is reflective of his Hawaiian heritage. Nakoa is a Hawaiian word that means warrior. In an interview with InStyle, Momoa described his second middle name, Namakayaha, as being his own middle name. Momoa discussed the ways in which his attitude toward parenting was shaped by his upbringing, which was characterized by the absence of a father figure in the home. "I was unaware of what it meant to be a father," he explained to his son, adding that he does not want to resort to simply saying "because I said so." He wanted to make sure that his son understood the meaning of the phrase. He instead emphasized the significance of developing a genuine connection with his child and encouraging him to be emotionally open and vulnerable. He also emphasized the importance of forming a connection with his child. Momoa took part in the film Dune alongside fellow actors Timothée Chalamet, Oscar Isaac, and Josh Brolin. This is a more recent development in the industry. In the course of his appearance on screen, he made the most of the opportunity to deliver a message that was deeply meaningful to his son. He discussed his preparation for action scenes, including Kaylee, in an interview with IndieWire. These scenes required him to undergo martial arts training, and he was required to do so. He stated, "I didn't have any prior experience with that. and then went on to say, "My son is the one who participates in the practice of that." Furthermore, the actor went on to explain that there are specific instances in my life in which I am conveying a message to my son. As depicted in the movie, the Kali gesture consists of touching your heart and then doing the same with your head. While it is intended for Timothy in the film, in reality it is intended for my son. I am appreciative of your time now. Wishing you a good time watching the video. In the future, I assure you that I will provide you with additional excellent content. Don't overlook the importance of subscribing to the channel. You're welcome!